good. So I'm playing with Beautiful Friendship. That is on the last chance list. I am going to create a stamped one sheet wonder on a piece of shimmery white, and I'm using Cherry Cobbler, Poppy Parade, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink and Blushing Bride. So let's see what happens. Hi Carol, hope you're well. So I have sort of squared it on my grid paper because I'm going to try and create along this cross. So I want my first stamps sort of in the middle. So I'm going to put a couple of Cherry Cobbler there in the middle. Then using Poppy Parade. Oh, me too, Carol. It's obviously a popular week. I think it's a popular week on the basis that I only had to take 4 days holiday and sort of got a 10-day run off work because of the bank holiday. So I'm wondering if you were the same. You sussed out the value of this week off. But yes, we have been very lucky with the weather, haven't we? Which has been lovely. We've been out in the garden. It's good to get such good value out of your holiday entitlement, isn't it? We've been gardening. We've all went to National Trust, had coffee and a cake earlier. It actually wasn't too busy either, considering that it's school holidays as well. I'm going to bring in Blushing Bride, I think, before Petal Pink. Put one I'll try creating on the cross, as it were, to leave space for sentiments. Not convinced by that Cherry Cobbler in the middle. wasn't going to bring Magenta Madness in, but I might need to. Oh, I haven't got me. Put my Pear Pizazz away. I was using my Pear Pizazz earlier. I was going to use some leaves with Pear Pizazz. Let's put a few of these in petal. Pink. Yeah, I'm definitely going to re-stamp those two centre ones. I'm definitely going to go back in with Magenta Madness. I think that centrepiece needs lifting. I suspect my cherry cobbler needs a re-ink. But I'm not going to be overly, because it's a cling, I can sort of stamp exactly over, but I'm not going to be overly precious about it if it's not exact. Just sort of create a bit of a ghosty image if it isn't. It's unique. That definitely lifts it though. Yes, that cherry cobbler definitely wasn't the right. So I might put another Magenta Madness, one of these here. Maybe another one there. Maybe one coming out of maybe not. Actually, I might have that one coming out of there. Just love, love, love Magenta Madness. I'm going to quickly clean off my Poppy Parade from this one and do a... Now my Melon Mambo has been re-inked, so I'm going to stamp this off before I place it into that area. So rather than having first generation, I'm going to have second. So I'm going to put some leaves around and then see what I think, which I was going to do Pear Pizazz. Yes. Just sort of thinking where the sentiments might go. Hi Tracy, thank you. Just sort of thinking, I've got birthdays are the best days. I have very big congratulations. Obviously that will end up that way up, but sort of think about where your sentiments might go before you make it. There's no reason why you can't fill the gaps completely. I might put my other little do some little 2 leaves. Then I've got some centres to add in. But yes, I'm very much going to miss this set. It's a fab one for one sheet wonders. I think I might leave that. Right, so that on the screen looks like I've got a hole there, but actually it's a petal pink, so it's a lot paler. It's amazing how different it looks on the screen. It's something that fascinates me every single time. Not that I'm suggesting that you create your one sheet wonders on a screen to see what you're creating, to see the difference. But if you're ever interested to see the difference, do just set a video going and because it is quite different. I'm glad I popped that Magenta Madness in the middle there. Gotta love a bit of Magenta Madness. So that's the bigger centre. Yes, oops. Couple of centres in there just to finish them off. Then I think I am going to leave well alone. And chop that. So oh, that's not into. I'll cut it into quarters to make 4 cards. Ooh. I don't think my cutter wanted to go through both of those. It didn't. Oh, it sort of didn't quite put enough pressure on there. Let's just get that little bit chopped. There we go. So you can now see our 4 cards, and then we can play around with layers. So that bit of Blushing Bride is not big enough for man nor beast. Now I ended up not really using the cherry cobbler, so I think I'm going to drop that one. But I added Magenta Madness, didn't I? So let's get some Magenta Madness behind. So I think what might be quite nice is that little combination. Maybe some Melon Mambo and Poppy Parade. So whatever colour inks you've used on your One Sheet Wonders, you can basically use to start layering up. So my card, I'm going to just put them onto a plain white card base. So the card bases are 10.5 by 14.9, but for argument's sake it's 14.85 if you want to be absolutely accurate. So I make a layer half centimetre smaller. So on the cards I obviously do need to take off the base colour as well, but while it's long I always like to cut a piece off. So this will end up at 9.5 by 13.9, but obviously the fatter piece that I've cut off is a little too short for anything. So this one I'm just going to put on a single colour. So that's going to go on to a single colour in the Poppy Parade, keeping that piece because that's going to decorate the inside of the card. Not a lot I can do with that one just yet. So each of these layers I'm going to cut a half centimetre smaller each time. So this will be 10 by, oh, didn't do that very well based on my new camera stand being slightly in the way. So on this I take another half centimetre off. So, oh no, card wrong way around. No, that way around. So 9.5 by 13.9, so that we've got half centimetre around, which obviously then means I need to take a chunk from this one. So I definitely want at least, I think, a centimetre. Let's see where we are with a centimetre off that side, because I need to take a centimetre off in total. But if I take that off when it's long, I can utilise it on the inside. And actually, these thicker bits, I'm having a thought. So 9. So we've got another ½ centimetre we'll take off there. Can't really use that bit. But then you can see I'm going to focus on these two to complete the cards for you. So each time you get a slight gap. So I'm going to do a sentiment in birthdays are the best days. I think they're in Poppy Parade. There is absolutely no reason other than the fact that it's just the way I like it. But I do like to do the sentiment in the same colour as the base card. So I'm picking up that Poppy Parade, popping that sentiment on there. And then this one, I think we'll have a little congratulations. Now, of course, having said that, I've now got a choice of two colours, but I'm thinking pulling Magenta Madness out. Although technically on that one there's not an awful lot of Magenta Madness visible, is there? So maybe we should actually use that bit where we've got more Magenta Madness and cut a piece out of Melon Mambo, which is very slightly darker. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm still pulling out that Blushing Bride, and I'm going to then do this one in Melon Mambo because there's more Melon Mambo in that card. So to me that makes a little bit more sense. So the sentiment I'm going to do in Melon Mambo, I need a block to put my sentiment on. There we go. And then I'll glue and stick once I've gone off air, as it were. So rather than have that wonky, just make sure that that is straight. Get my sentiment straight with any luck. Hey presto. So that all coordinates. So each of those, I always have white, well, I always have a range of card bases available. So let's see. So what it will look like, you don't need to see me taping it, but there's our Melon Mambo, our Blushing Bride, like that. So obviously that will make sure it's even. And this card we will put the Poppy Parade on like that. So I will finish the other two off air, and I will post them onto my page. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Like that colour combination. If it does inspire you to do some crafting, then please do share on my page. It's lovely to see. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.